I think a simple rule of business is, if you do the things that are easier first, then you can actually make a lot of progress. I just think people have a lot of fiction. But, the real story of Facebook is just that we've worked so hard for all this time. The real story is actually probably pretty boring, right? We just sat at our computers for 6 years and coded. There are people who are really good managers, people who can manage a big organization, and then there are people who are very analytic or focused on strategy. Those two types don't usually tend to be in the same person. I would put myself much more in the latter camp. By giving people the power to share, we're making the world more transparent. Move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking stuff, you are not moving fast enough. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. My goal was never to just create a company. A lot of people misinterpret that, as if I don't care about revenue or profit or any of those things. But what not being just a company means to me is not being just that building something that actually makes a really big change in the world. My friends are people who like building cool stuff. We always have this joke about people who want to just start companies without making something valuable. There's a lot of that in Silicon Valley. The companies that work are the ones that people really care about and have a vision for the world, so do something you like. When you give everyone a voice and give people power, the system usually ends up in a really good place. So, what we view our role as is giving people that power. I feel that the best companies are started not because the founder wanted a company, but because the founder wanted to change the world. If you decide you want to found a company, you maybe start to develop your first idea and hire lots of workers. Building a mission and building a business go hand in hand. The primary thing that excites me is the mission. But we have always had a healthy understanding that we need to do both. In terms of doing work and in terms of learning and evolving as a person, you just grow more when you get more people's perspectives. I really try and live the mission of the company and keep everything else in my life extremely simple. When most people ask about a business growing, what they really mean is growing revenue, not just growing the number of people using a service. Traditional businesses would view people using your service that you don't make money from as a cost.